How can we burn more calories? Now, believe it or not, this is the wrong question to ask because most people are interested in the type of exercise they need to do to burn as many calories as possible. Yet we don't really think about the compensatory mechanisms that can occur. And that's what we're going to talk about today, and the main mechanism of fat loss. Now, the main mechanism is we want to get ourselves into a calorie deficit. However, we don't want to get into a calorie deficit purely by beating ourselves. That being said, let's look at how we expend energy on a daily basis, and we're going to break this down into its various components. The first one is basal metabolic rate, and this is basically the amount of calories that you would burn if you were in a coma, and it makes up 70% of your daily energy expenditure. So doing nothing actually burns the most calories. The next one is thermic effect of food, and this is the energy that you use to digest food. This can account for around about 5 to 10% of your daily energy expenditure, and different macronutrients influence this differently, with protein typically requiring more energy to digest. So that's one reason why we recommend a high protein diet if we're in a calorie deficit. It helps to burn just a few extra calories, but don't think that this is significant. Next one, bit of a mouthful, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT. And this is basically all the unconscious movements that you do during the day. So this can account for 15% of your daily calorie burn, but this can go up to 30% if you have a really strenuous job. For example, you work in agriculture or on a construction site, you might burn 2,500 calories from NEAT alone. Next up, we've got exercise activity thermogenesis, or EAT for short. And this is structured exercise. So you go into the gym, you go into a HIIT class, you go for a run. This only contributes around 5 to 15% of your daily calorie burn. And even for someone like a marathon runner, a professional, it's going to be no more than 30%. That being said, let me just go into some compensatory mechanisms. Excessive exercise can lead to mechanisms that are going to reduce your overall calorie burn. So for example, as you lose weight and your body gets smaller, you're going to burn fewer calories for the same activities, which is why we set a step target to offset this. Decrease in NEAT. So intense exercise can make you too tired to move for the rest of the day, and that's going to reduce your NEAT, which is the thing that actually burns even more calories than the structured exercise that you just did. Also, effort versus calorie expenditure. More effort does not equal more calories burned.